Let's just get right into it. I'm just gonna go over all the Easter eggs, and I'm just gonna fill you on some sort of facts going through the trailer. So what they did, they changed the story of how Jax lost his arms. Instead of Ermac doing it, Sub-Zero does it by freezing them and then just crushing them. And again, we could see Cryomancer, like Sub-Zero's Cryomancer abilities, so I'm glad they brought that back in the movie, and can I just say, it looks fantastic. Okay, so then we see Cole Turner show, I'm assuming Sonya Blade, this dragon symbol on his chest, which is actually the Mortal Kombat logo. Then we see Kano walking past this rock shrine, and it's of the Great Kung Lao, who is the original champion of the tournament. Didn't lose until he got defeated by Gorro. Alright, then we got this scene here with Raiden, our first sort of look at Raiden and Shang Tsung in the same room. They're about to fight, you could just tell, and you know what, this kind of gives me the current games vibes, where it's sort of like a 2D, like, linear section, and they're just gonna like, it's not like a 3D, like, where you can move anywhere. No, it's like you have to run straight towards them. Then we see Cole Turner looking in his mirror, and then we see a tiny glimpse of Scorpion. So does that mean that Scorpion is also hunting down Cole Young? Then we get this awesome scene of Scorpion killing these Lin Kuei, like, sort of, like, Goonies, I don't know what you want to call them. But take a look at the background there. The background of this entire scene is the Shirai Ryu Fire Gardens. And we see the Shirai Ryu Fire Garden in MK11 as a map and also in the story mode. But the introduction to where Jax says, "I'm Jax," you could see him sort of doing like this clap move, which looks to be like Gorro, meaning we will see some sort of Jax fatality or something else in here. And then, of course, we get our first, like, face-to-face looks at Kung Lao and Lord Raiden himself. And can I just say, they look fantastic. Especially Kung Lao. He looks fantastic. It's everything Kung Lao should look like. Now, we got a little look at Scorpion here with his actual Hellfire teleport move. You can notice in the background, they're in a frozen cage. Does that mean Sub-Zero and Cole Young? Or maybe this is the scene where we see the epic battle between Scorpion versus Sub-Zero. We get our first face-to-face look at Melina, and her teeth aren't exactly that menacing. I would have liked it better if they, like, at least put in, like, fake Tarkatan teeth on the side like they did in MKX. But then going over after that, we see this statue of Shao Kahn himself, meaning he is in this universe somewhere. This costume is the exact same costume as the one in the MK11 video game. So, could Shao Kahn, being a pre-order for MK11, be promoting the Mortal Kombat movie this whole time? And then after we see Sub-Zero walk through this portal smoke cloud thing, could this confirm that Smoke is somewhere in the movie? I doubt it, but I hope so, because we have not seen Smoke in any of the Mortal Kombat games, at least playable. But anyways, going over after that, we see Liu Kang finally show off his Dragon Fire ability, where he sets the ground on fire, and then we see the dragon, like the dragon in him come out. And we've seen this in the Mortal Kombat 11 video game, especially in his Fatal Blow, where he summons the fire dragon from the ground and then it just eats you. This is nothing new to us, and I'm happy they brought that sort of touch back to Liu Kang. Gorro looks fantastic, and I hope that is Johnny Cage, because we haven't really gotten any sort of word that he's even going to be in the movie. So hopefully this is going to be some sort of like reenactment, or at least a flashback between Johnny Cage and Gorro, because in the 1996 movie, that was one of the best scenes in the movie, without a doubt. Now we have Liu Kang fighting this. I'll be 100% honest, I have not a clue who this one is. This one's like a blank slate to me. And then I think this is the first time Scorpion and Sub-Zero confront each other, while Scorpion is now a Spectre/Revenant, meaning he has his Hellfire powers, meaning they're gonna duke it out. And all Sub-Zero has to say is, "I am Sub-Zero." And by the way, these two look awesome. Also, another thing I wanted to point out, the middle of the mask, of Sub-Zero's mask, it kind of reminds me of MKX's mask almost. And now we see them actually fighting it out, and then we see Sub-Zero take off, like, Scorpion's hand, or like his blood and use it as like an ice weapon, and we have seen that before. So I'm glad they added that sort of touch to it, and can I just say, this entire scene in itself looks fantastic. And then we also have another shot here where Sub-Zero throws Scorpion into this ice wall. Could that possibly be a reference to Sub-Zero's amplified slide in MK11, where he does a slide, he grabs you out of the air, and then he chucks you and punches you through an ice wall? And then after that, we hear the famous line that Scorpion has always said, and that is, "Get over here!" And at the end, we get Kano versus this humanoid lizard. And when you think of a humanoid lizard, who do you think of? You think of Reptile. So, does this mean Reptile is basically confirmed for this movie? I kind of like how he's an actual lizard. Like, but at the same time, I wish they gave him some sort of classic look. Like, sure, maybe they wanted to be more realistic with it. Because if you compare, like, this, like, that Reptile to the Mortal Kombat 1996 movie, I guess it's more realistic to call him Reptile, but I'm not sure exactly. And then we hear Kano's cocky attitude comes out where he says Kano wins, just like if you win in the video games. That is basically everything in this trailer, at least every Easter egg, every sort of reference breakdown for you guys. Comes out April 16th. I'm really hyped for it. Let me know if you guys are as well. Have a great day, and leave your opinions in the comments. Do you think this movie's going to be good? Do you think it's going to be a flop? Leave it all in the comments. Thanks for listening, guys.